This is Professional and Technical Communication by Joseph Terry. So where we started with this presentation is the basics of our class, Professional and Technical Communication. This can't be emphasized enough in the workplace as we progress further and become better students and as we join the workforce. The need for knowledge and proper communication in the workplace is greater than ever before. And now, especially with the use of technology, we need to utilize every resource for communication that we can. For my professional correspondence, I conducted an interview with the president of Stark Property Management, Matthew Stark. I conducted this interview particularly with Mr. Stark because his company is responsible for home restoration and management. This was important because I'm a construction major hoping to pursue a career in the residential field. Mr. Stark was also a perfect candidate because he has years and years of experience and has been working in this field for a very long time. The interview with president of Stark Property Management, Matthew Stark, was very insightful. Mr. Stark answered truthfully of how he communicates with customers and how he communicates with everybody else. I asked Mr. Stark a variation of questions regarding his tone, his formality, how he talks to customers, how he deals with people, and everything like that. So the biggest thing Mr. Stark told me was that telecommunications is one of the largest forms of communication in the business. Obviously, with emails and text messaging and phone calls, the need for actually sitting down and visiting people has been cut back significantly. The difference here is formality. Formality here with Mr. Stark was that he deals with such a variety of people that the formality differs. So clients, obviously, we're very formal with. Those are the people that need you to be in charge because you're doing your job. And so with them, you're always going to be very polite. You're going to talk to them the way you need to talk to them and be there for the client. For distributors, it's a little bit different because distributors, you're paying them for a product. So you can be upfront with them, you can be serious with them, and you can tell them what you need and when you need it. And employees, formality depends on the relationship you have with your employees. Obviously, new employees you might be a little bit more formal with because they haven't opened up and you haven't become, haven't built that personal connection with them yet. Other than that, strong communication skills are emphasized as you progress in the workplace. If you want to move up in your company and if you want to continue to succeed and be successful, your communication skills are going to need to be strong. Along with that, in the interview, we talked about the difficulties that come along with professional communication. This does include technological issues. There are those times where people always have, your phones are down, your email's down, you don't have internet, anything like that. So we go along with, doing things timely and doing things when we need them done. Telecommunications are heavily relied on, but when they are issues, we have to be able to, go see a person and face-to-face and deal with the issue at hand when we do. Along with all of that, communication plays a large role in marketing and how companies get their message out to the public. This is where infographics would come into play. So infographics, and specifically the one that we did for this class, have been very eye-opening because the use of an infographic with a minimal amount of information but with good hard points is going to help get your message out briefly and to the point. With that being said, the process of creating and editing my infographic about communication was very insightful. It helped to fully understand and put to use the processes we have learned over the entirety of this class. The information expressed in the infographic came from the interview with Mr. Stark and from what we learned in this class. The use of the infographic as a learning tool helped to better understand the key points of professional communication. The infographic also emphasized many points about how people perceive the communication in the workplace and how these things can differ in different workplaces. Like I said before, with Mr. Stark, because of the kind of work that we do and the personnel that we deal with, the communications are going to be a little different. but obviously our communications differ from lawyers and doctors and things like that. It all depends on where you are and how you're doing things. Thank you.